guys that were better. So that's why we have sports, and that's why we have championships, and that's why we have events where it's all on the line. And so I can't look at the tour, and perhaps there are a few little things I would have changed, but in the end, I don't think it would have changed the result.
No.
And so it certainly would not have made the difference between third and first. And Alberto is the best rider that cycling has today. And you know, when you get beat by the best guy, that's at the end of the day. I mean, I know a lot of coaches like to say, "Well, we just ran out of time." I mean, when a coach loses a game or a match, they say, "Well, the clock ran out. We would have won. We just needed another hour or another year." You know, I don't look at it that way. When the match is over, the match is over, and whatever the scoreboard says, that's the best person. And I think he displayed that he was the best. And like you said, Phil, I mean, if you'd have polled a press room that's bigger than this room before the start of the tour,
can you imagine 1,000 people on the media?
Yeah, 1,000 press members there at the tour. If you'd have said, "How's the old man going to do?" They would have, none of them would have predicted a top 10.
I did.
Yeah, right.
I'm on television. I said you'd probably finish second or third.
Wow, thank you.
And you let me down. Thanks. We haven't got a lot of time. So, the one thing about Armstrong, he has won. He's done everything, but he's always thought of others, and not just in his cancer situation. His Livestrong Foundation, he's always helped the kids. I have to say that your speech at the Spine Road School the other day was so inspirational. He stood up and said, "I'm not talking to the adults, I'm talking to you, the kids." Because I didn't have a father either. And he brought those kids to attention straight away. And it was a wonderful speech. And Lance, you've got a new team, Radioshack. And you put a South African on it. So let's welcome him now, and we can have a chat with him. Daryl Impey. You're lucky, Daryl. It's the first time he stood up for anybody. Tell us how you come to contact Daryl. I mean, Daryl had a very bad accident through no fault of his own, but he still won the race, although he never actually crossed the finishing line. He won the Presidential Tour of Turkey last year. But that established Daryl. And Johan and you guys, I guess, decided to sign him up.
Well, I think the way it happened was that there's another, I don't know how many cycling fans, or South African cycling fans we have in the tent, but all of them. Okay, great. There's a great South African rider named Robbie Hunter, who's an old friend of mine, and somebody I think that Johan was actually speaking to at the time, and he had already signed a contract with another team, and Robbie said, "Well, what about, you should take a look at this Daryl Impey kid." And he starts, this is a true story, he starts talking about how great Daryl Impey is. And at the end of his speech about how great Daryl Impey is, Johan said, "Well, can you give me his number and I'll call him?" And Robbie goes, "Well, he's actually sitting right here. Let me just pass the phone." so the rest is history.
Daryl, welcome. Now, I understand you've been allotted the first place in the Argus on Sunday across the line by Lance, is that correct?
Oh, well, I brought a good domestique with me, eh?
Yeah, well, you have, yeah. Well, you were a very good domestique yesterday. Daryl pushed me up Royals Hill yesterday, coming out of the bay there, and I kept up because of it. Daryl, what's it like to have been signed by the biggest team in the world?
It's just been a fantastic experience, you know, right from the beginning. It was really, when I got there, you know, just to meet Lance and the rest of the guys like Clody and Levi and everyone, it was like a dream come true, you know. I couldn't believe it that I was actually riding alongside these guys. So for me, it was a really big step, and you know, the professionalism in the team is really great, and I'm really looking forward to this year with them.